Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Sales Unscripted podcast. My name is Margaret Henney.
And I'm Brian Neal.
And I'm cracking up because my co-host here says 3, 2, 1. And that's his go mark. That's like his clicker.
It is.
For start the bringing.
Remember the song Lollipop from the 60s? It was also featured in the movie Stand By Me. Lollipop, lollipop. Yep.
Lollipop.
Yep.
Yeah, totally. There's a different Lollipop song from my generation, but I'm not going to bring that
Is it
one
Drop
up.
It Like It's Hot?
No, it's one like... I'm not even going to bring it up. It's terrible.
That's Drop It Like It's Hot.
No, not
the
Drop
clicking
Like...
that I'm doing.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah.
Isn't that kind of close?
That's pretty
It's not
close.
bad for an old guy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's talk about, so just to catch the audience up,
yeah.
we've had some good travel time for the Neals.
Yes, you have.
Bucket list deal, went to Bora Bora. If you don't have Bora Bora on your someday list, you need to put it on there.
It has been on my
sure.
bucket list.
For sure.
It is like a dream honeymoon,
Oh, speaking of.
I know.
Right?
I'll have a honeymoon eventually.
Have we talked about this on the podcast?
Oh, yeah. That
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
engaged.
make sure. Yeah, that you're engaged.
Totally.
So happy for you guys.
So
Also,
tell me about it.
Well, yeah, but we need to acknowledge with our listeners, we're getting a new set built.
Oh, yeah,
New
sorry.
set, so it's kind of under construction. So we're just trying some things. So we're doing the old long table. Look at it,
If you see me
better
doing
than
awkward
newscasters,
things,
that's
it's
why we're doing
because I
this.
feel awkward.
If you're listening, doesn't really matter. If you're watching, a little bit different. It was just amazing. Everything was amazing. It went from a bucket list once in a lifetime trip to we've already marked the
going
dates
back?
for hell yes.
Oh my God,
next
it was
year.
that good.
I'm telling you. And I've been to some really nice, fun places. I've never been so relaxed. The St. Regis in Bora Bora, greatest hotel service I've ever had. Just
Wow.
fantastic. They say yes to everything. It's a great sales thing. They say yes to everything.
Wow.
Even when they say no, they say part of it's a yes.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like asking for like an upgrader thing. So, oh, those aren't available now, but I'd love to put you on the list. Could I do that? Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
You know what I
cool.
mean?
Yeah.
This is really great. Got my PADI certification scuba diving.
Oh,
Super
hey,
proud.
congratulations.
It was a long time, because we had COVID in the middle there. It took a while to finish the final 2 open water dives. Got the actual card, so we are too legit to quit.
First of
under the
all,
water.
what a place to get your certification.
Seriously.
What was the diving like?
We saw a family of manta rays. Most divers never see a manta ray ever.
But
And I saw families like a highway of manta rays. Biggest
Wow.
one being a 12 feet diameter manta
What?
ray, and then literally everything else: turtles, blacktip sharks. What are the rays with the dots on the back? They're called something.
Stingrays?
No, well, there's stingrays. There's manta rays, and there's ones with the white dots on the back. Anyway, coral reef for days, just
Yeah.
days at 60 to 100. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
That's so cool. I went
So go
diving
there.
once in Fiji.
Oh, same.
And
Yeah,
it was
like that.
it was
yes.
kind of the same deal where
Yeah.
I had been diving before. I got certified in a quarry in in Florida. It was still in Florida, but it was in the wintertime.
Yeah.
So we were full wetsuits, the
Yes.
whole thing. And then I get to go and I dive in Fiji, and I was I put my head underwater, and I literally was holy shit.
Right.
I popped my head up and was
it was like everything.
everything. It
crazy.
felt like being in The Little Mermaid.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah,
So thanks. So put it on your list. The film Couples Retreat. It's an old movie with Vince Vaughn, I believe.
Yeah.
Couples Retreat was filmed at the
funny.
hotel that we stayed.
Oh, cool.
And last thing, I don't know, it's personal stuff. So my wife is a new, fun facts. You do
Yeah.
fun facts. She has what I think is one of the coolest new fun facts.
Okay, let's hear it.
She and Justin Bieber share a service provider. Can you guess what it is?
Is it a masseuse, a masseur?
It is not a masseuse or monsieur. She and Justin Bieber, my wife Stephanie Neal, and Justin Bieber share a service provider. They have the same service provider for this service.
Provider. Is this service provider is it an individual?
It's an individual. His name is Warren, and he lives in Bora Bora. And he's one of 2 people that provide this service in Bora Bora. And Justin Bieber used his services when he was there, and Stephanie Neal used his services when
Does
she was
he
there.
do sound baths?
He does not do sound baths.
I wanted to pick something so
He doesn't,
random.
but while we're on it, who does sound baths?
As a
Who's
matter
your
of
sound bath person?
As a matter of fact, I know someone here locally. Her name is Sarah. She's amazing. But okay, so what is it?
Tattoo artist. Steph got a Tahitian tattoo
Oh, cool.
of a ray.
Oh,
And it is the bomb. You can see it when we go
Is
downstairs.
it? Okay, great.
It is the bomb.
Is this her first tattoo?
Oh no, it's her fifth, I think.
Okay, I really hate
Yeah.
needles.
Hers,
So
hers are kind of like kind of hidden, but this one
Yeah.
is not hidden, and it is gorgeous, and it was awesome.
oh my
so
gosh.
anyway,
Cool.
great trip.
Okay.
That's it, Bora Bora. That's it. Okay, now
Perfect.
fun topic time.
Okay,
from
here's my-
Margaret. I love this.
Here's my topic.
Yep.
Shout
And by
out-
the way, I'll just notice. I want to warn the audience. We're audience and Brian are following along together to see if we can figure out what in the hell Margaret's talking about.
Okay, because
we started.
we slightly cheated. Not cheated, but
No.
we usually do this. We never have a topic we discuss like ahead of time,
Yep.
but then we're like, okay, like what are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Like whatever. And I was like, oh, I have one that like came up recently. And he was like, are you high? So
I did. I said.
you guys tell me
I
if you
actually
think
said,
I'm
"Did you
high."
smoke pot before the show?" And you're like, "No." So take us through, and you guys tell me if you think Margaret smoked pot before we started recording the episode. Go ahead.
Check yes or no. Okay, so this came from Glenn Jones. Shout out to Glenn
Hi,
from
Glenn.
Co-Video,
We love Glenn.
and he brought this
Yeah.
up with our SDR team, and he had seen it like on a TikTok or something, like
Okay.
where all good information comes from
All
now.
good, all
Apparently,
good sales coaching and sales advice comes from TikTok these
Exactly.
days. Of course it does.
And this guy, it's like a hunter-gatherer mentality, and he asks his team at the beginning of every meeting, "Where did you get your blueberries?"
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we're like, okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me about this. Shut up, Brian.
I'm not. No, I didn't say a word. I'm just listening. I'm listening.
And so, but the theory is that you're starting with something positive rather than like, hey, hunter gatherer. They come back and they don't have. Well, I said deer, but that would
did
be
say
hunter.
deer.
I'm like, hey, where's your deer, man? You didn't bag a deer today. But they did come back with blueberries. And so
Okay.
you're like, where'd you get your blueberries? So you focus on the positive, the things that they were able to contribute. Where did you get them? And I loved it because Glenn said he asked his team and they all got blueberries from different places. In the
Okay.
sense that like their wins were in different ways, not from, you know what I mean?
now we're
Like,
getting
oh,
closer.
I used, this method, or I was able to I was really focusing on CFDs this week and
Okay.
that got me results. And everyone gave different answers. So instead of, going up in front of the firing squad, which I know sometimes it feels
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that,
totally.
right? In front
Yep.
of your whole team,
Yep.
why not share what is working? Because not everybody might be doing that. You might provide inspiration for your other team members and you get to focus on the positive.
Got it. So I'm going to see
Blueberries.
if I can spit that back and apply it to selling. So
Uh-huh.
what the blueberry is in the story.
Yes.
You need to talk to my wife about telling stories. It's funny. It's kind of an inside joke with us. Is the blueberries represent sales behaviors and activities that are working.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Very good.
Exactly.
So we're doing the podcast today on what are your blueberries? What's working?
Yes. Well, okay,
Versus
wait,
saying, what do
actually,
you not have? Not quite.
if we want to get like really
do.
into the analogy, the blueberries are the results, but when you say, where'd you get your blueberries? So that's like, okay, what are you doing? What is the sales behavior
Okay.
that's
So the blueberries
resulting?
are outcomes.
Yes. Yeah,
When,
thank you.
what we were really looking for was like a side of beef.
Yes.
And what we got was blueberries. And so
Yes.
instead of saying, where the hell's my beef? I say instead, hey, thanks for getting the blueberries. Where'd they come from?
Yep.
So little outcomes came from other little things.
Bingo.
Behaviors. And that's what we're
See?
trying to, where'd you get your blueberries?
Okay.
That was great, Margaret. I
High or not high?
check here. Okay, that's really, really good. So we're going to like kind of talk about maybe little things that are working right now. Is that
yes,
fair?
yes,
Like
yes,
little things
yes.
that are working?
Totally.
Okay. I'll take a stab at that. It's funny. You don't have another podcast, right?
I do know that because
We
one time I
actually-
introduced
you know
our
what's funny?
podcast as your podcast.
We actually did this topic 2 days ago.
Shut up.
But it's okay. We had
I'm
different audience base.
sorry.
No. But I didn't know what it was. That's what's great about it.
Okay.
Is I didn't know what the analogy was. True. You started
Yeah,
telling the
yeah.
story. I'm like, time out. Do this live because I'm not tracking.
Okay.
And it turns out to be something I'm somewhat familiar with. Right?
Okay,
So I
thank
feel really good about
God.
it. Actually,
Okay,
it's good.
good.
That means there's a common ether in the zeitgeist. Is that right?
Okay, so people are. I love the
vibing.
word zeitgeist.
Yeah, see that's my other podcast partner's got a big vocabulary. He
Yeah.
says that a lot. Zeitgeist. That's the only reason I know that. I've got a really small vocabulary.
You
So
don't.
I really do. No, I swear I do. I don't know what words are. I don't know what big words are sometimes.
We'll talk about your insecurities later.
100% insecure. Actually, that one I'm not insecure about because I'm like, I've got no problem asking someone, what does that mean?
Oh, that's a good quality.
Yes, I've got other insecurities, but that's not one of them.
Okay.
All right. So what's working? Let's talk about what's working. What drove us to the blueberries?
Yeah. Oh, you go first.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say what is working right now. I'm trying to give different answers on this podcast.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll say another thing that's working that I didn't say on the other one. I'm going to say what's working is LinkedIn.
You totally took mine.
No way.
Yeah,
Did I really?
You totally took mine. But go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
I like it. No, it's a good one.
So okay, I'll stall here with my answer. LinkedIn's working. Here's why LinkedIn is working. Now, there's a caveat to this. LinkedIn is super crowded, and people are arguing, debating that it's turned into this social media frenzy where everyone's like bitching about everything and set that all aside. How it's working is it is working to find my way to warm introductions. That works. No matter what the feed is doing.
Yeah.
The feed is one thing. Separate from that, though, is that if I want to get an audience with Margaret Henney, I can find a warm connector of mine that I know well enough to ask for an introduction to you via regular email.
Yep.
That is working. And I can't tell you how few people use LinkedIn for that. What they do instead is they scroll, they read, and they get pissed, and they think it's dumb. They block people. They treat it like Facebook, whatever.
Yeah.
Forget that. Just go use it for the connections that you have to get warm introductions to people that you want to meet and talk to.
Yeah.
That is working.
That's so funny too that you bring this up specifically about like the 3-headed email essentially, or like the connection. I recently did a little contribution to an article who asked about that, like what's working for like referral sales. And I said, getting a connection. I was like, but when you make the request to someone,
yes,
be specific. Like I see that we are connected to.
Yes.
Because otherwise people are like, hey, let me know if you know somebody. And then you're like, kind of like, yeah, I know somebody.
People, right?
Like, what's your point? Like, but be specific either with the person or the company, or at the very least, the type of client or prospect or customer that you are looking for. Like, hey, I'm looking for people who want to solve blah, 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 blah. Like that is like bare minimum, 100%. Rather than just like, if you know somebody, let me know. Nah, not going to do the work.
The sound effects. It's okay.
Because then you're asking that connector
totally.
to do the work for you. Like make it as easy as possible on them.
Even just people don't do the direct ask.
Yeah.
Like and ask what I want and how I want it. Like I want to be introduced to Margaret Henney via a 3-headed email, and I always leave space. Like if you don't feel comfortable, you can't. No big deal.
Yes.
I love the language of a good old fashioned favor. I talk about that sometimes, right?
I use that all the time. It's my favorite.
People just want to do that, so that's working. That's one of mine.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll piggyback on that. It's a LinkedIn one as well.
Okay, that's fair.
So here's something that I have always used and I love it. It is my I don't want to call it no fail, but it's pretty freaking good.
That's good. I like it.
Okay, so when I send a personalized video email to someone, a co-video to somebody, and hey, maybe I'm just trying to get connected with them for the first time, or someone gave me their information, I'm trying to knock on the door, not getting an answer, right?
Yeah.
Because hey, not everything works all the time, right?
Truth.
It doesn't mean we throw it away, but hey, we stay persistent and consistent.
Love it.
So anyway, one thing that I do, I don't even remake that video. I connect with them on LinkedIn. Just send them a connection. I don't write them a big mail, because I hate it when people are like, I'm helping people do and I'll be like, nope, not connecting.
It's painful.
I love just like a genuine, just a connection, whatever. And then I take that very same video, I pop it into a direct message to them, and I say, hey, Brian, I sent you this video via email, but I know how crowded inboxes can get. I thought I'd share it here as well.
God, that's good. And you send the video in the LinkedIn?
Yes.
That is brilliant.
Thank you.
And you don't record the other video?
No.
Because you can record videos within LinkedIn InMail.
Yes.
Don't do that. Do what Margaret's talking about.
Yes.
Thanks.
Because then it's like you're not putting in, it takes so little effort. I cannot even tell you. So I've already done a touch point where I've sent them a video.
I'm going to start teaching that. That's good.
Man, it is good. And people will be like, they'll click on, they're like, yeah, I didn't see it. Cause you're right. My inbox is really crowded. Thanks for sending this here. That's crazy.
Yes.
So.
And either way, if you get it twice, it's got good intention behind the video. So you're clean there. Then it's just another. It's like I saw that in my email. There it is again. I wonder what that is. I've gotten it twice. That's really great. Good job, Margaret.
Thank you.
I'm stealing
you.
that.
Do it, please.
I will. I got to call it something and trademark it though before you do.
I know.
All right, so see, I'll go one more.
Okay.
What's working for the blueberries? Is there a reason why we can't say what's working for the meat, like for the side of beef?
Oh, no, that can
we
work
do
too.
So
Yeah,
we're bringing
yeah,
beef.
totally.
Either way,
Bring the
it's
beef.
about good
Where's the
stuff.
beef?
You're too young for that one, aren't you?
No, I totally remember Where's the Beef.
You do not.
Yes, totally.
No, I'm going to fact check this. You were like 2. There's no way you remembered Where's the Beef. There's no way.
You keep
were
talking. I'm
born in
gonna look it up.
1984, correct?
I was. Yeah, good memory.
Where's the Beef? There's
Where's
no way. The beef.
The beef commercial year.
This is good.
Commercial year. I can't type this fast enough.
Because some of these things, you see these like in pop culture and you think that you
Oh,
remember them as a kid.
It was 1984.
Thank you. There's no way I thought so. There's no way. Thank you. I was 0. Margaret was very advanced. Very advanced. She was watching sitcoms at age 0.
It was all locked
4
in.
months old. She's
All
sitting there
that
watching
useless knowledge
watching
is
Super Bowl
locked
commercials.
in. Where's the beef?
I love that. Thank you for fact checking that, by the way. Okay, what's working?
So even the beef, not just the blueberries.
Facts. I will say what is working is it's kind of a Blaine Zebra thing. Is that okay?
Of course.
I probably talked about them on this podcast, but they just work.
Yeah, do it.
Productivity pods work. Small bits of energy around a given subject with multiple people working at the same time, doing stuff. It's like a little accountability group, 2, 3, or 4 people, 30 minutes doing lukewarm outreach or doing follow-up on closed deals. That is working. And the discipline of that in where we are right now is mandatory. That's working. Pods work.
Cool. You know what else? Something I would say, and this is like an oldie but a goodie, but we whatever. It never goes out of style.
Yeah.
Like the CFD, clear future dates,
yes.
right?
Truth.
Like they always
Truth.
work. And I will tell you what, I think sometimes when we are, I don't want to use the word desperate, but when we feel an intensity about getting our sales, right? Because right now things are tough for people in a lot of different places. We start to do what we think is giving leads or prospects like a little bit of slack or room and not holding them accountable because you're like, ooh, I don't want to push them too hard because like this is like my little baby.
Yes.
I don't want to pull the line on this fish too hard. But like keep doing the things you know you should be doing. Don't throw those things away.
Yep.
And
That's so good.
Clear future
So good.
dates and getting it on the calendar and getting it accepted is always one of the things that works.
100%. Gosh, that's good. It was a good episode.
I thought so too.
So we went from a very obscure stoner story to a very, very good podcast with good sales lessons in
It was from TikTok. So what do you expect?
That's how literally full circle. We went TikTok to blueberries to beef to commercials you don't remember but you thought you did. Bora Bora, all the way around with some really good content stuff.
I love it.
Isn't that great? Good job.
Thank you.
So this is a new set for now. We'll get some feedback from
We're
the
gonna
group
mix it
and
up,
say,
yeah.
what do you think?
What do you think? Do you like
it?
it?
We're rebuilding the set here on Sales Unscripted. And we're having like a big planning strategy session. And we're so excited. We got some really fun stuff we're gonna bring to the world here in 2023.
That was my excited voice.
It's so good. I like it. You got a lot of good voices. Okay, that's it. We'll see you next time.
Over now.
Cheers. Bye.